Space.
Did you say space or did you say space or base? Because Discord cut you off there a little bit.
I said space.
Okay.
Welcome to Zen. Welcome to Zen.
Wait, I thought you said I thought you said this was space. Why is it called Zen?
No, this planet is called Zen.
Wait, are you saying that this is the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism?
Yep.
I gotta tell you, I'm not feeling a whole lot. I'm not a whole lot. I'm not feeling a whole lot of Zen in this place.
Yeah.
This is not very Zen. Zen is not very Zen.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, and your first gimmick in this chapter is a really obnoxious platforming puzzle because yay, that's what the players wanted.
At least you have like full control over like where you're falling.
Yeah, but this is still.
This does feel like a really weird gravity curve.
Well, reminder, I also do have the long jump module.
Right.
So that also is helping with some of the jumping.
Yeah.
Zen is like
it's weird.
Yeah, it's. I would consider this kind of the most obnoxious part of the game. Like I know I said that about surface tension and the warp puzzle, but this but at least for those you're not you're not doing annoying platforming.
Yeah. Well, I did know that this is generally not really liked upon the Half-Life community.
Yeah.
Because I recall hearing people bitch about surface tension, but if there's one thing that many Half-Life fans that I've spoken to over the years
really don't like, it's
dislikes of, it's the Zen levels.
Yeah.
Like, this really is a infamous bit of the game, and if I'm not mistaken, it's also the reason why Black Mesa took so long to come out, because they spent a really long time trying to like properly work the Zen levels into the mix.
That's good. Also, these
try to make it not bullshit.
Those pulls, you did see my health raising. Those are health restoration.
Okay.
Those cool. Do not run out of energy.
Oh, ain't that nice?
And what's this like moving sludge on the floor that is still like solid?
That's just ground. That's just ground.
It's But why does it move like that?
Because Zen is weird.
It's a Zen artificially is not artificially
it's
organically
an alien
is supposed
it's
to
an
be
alien
weird.
World.
So it's supposed to be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm looking at it, and all I'm really reminded of for some reason is the that bit in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on the PS1 where you're at like the mandrake that bit. I don't know if they're actually like called mandrakes. The plant ones where Hermione casts Lumos.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of the playable section of that in the PS1 game.
And now it's time for the first of 3 Zen bosses, the Gornach.
Ew. It looks like it's got a ball sack on it.
Yeah, and that's where you have to shoot. And it's also the mother of the parent of the head crabs.
And that's not a ball sack, that's a uvula. Never mind, it's totally a ball sack. It totally just squirted at you.
You're a uvula.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a spider with a ball sack.
Yeah.
No, it's the arachnid version of the frickin' boiler robot from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh god.
Yeah, should we put like an arachnophobia warning here?
It's not technically a spider.
It moves like a spider.
Yeah, but so do the head crabs. So do the head crabs.
Also a little bit they're also like arachnid-like.
Yeah, so it's like
Oh, and it's one of those kinds of enemies that runs away from you. Fun.
yeah.
It's the one that runs away from you and you have to chase it down. At least this is a at least this feels like a actual boss.
Yeah. Yeah, Zen has 3 bosses, including the final boss.
So two side bosses.
No, you have to beat them, and honestly, I do consider these kind of big bosses.
What is that icon for? What does that represent?
Sludge. Or,
Okay.
well, unknown substance. It's an unknown damaging substance.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It
if
is an
you're
alien.
If you're sludged, it means that you move slower.
You just take damage. I think of it similar to the radiation, to the spit from the Cthulhu dogs.
Or like poison in a JRPG.
No, it does not deal infinite damage. It deals just singular damage.
Well, not all games do poison infinitely.
Well, I mean,
that was a good soak.
it's not drain damage. It's not drain damage. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Yeah.
That was a pretty good soak you just had. No hot tub.
Also, you
Maybe
might
hot tub,
be
but
seeing
you know what I
some researchers in HEV suits. Yeah, we're not the first person that they sent. Luckily, we
You're
are the
not the only-
last.
Well, yeah.
Assuming you
Well,
don't die, of course.
Also, spoilers.
So, I don't know if I asked this before in this playthrough, but Valve has, like, a couple of years ago, they put out the Portal Companion Cube collection on the on Nintendo Switch. And this was basically the only time in years that they did, like, a console version. Why did they never do a similar thing for Half-Life on the Switch?
I have no idea. Yeah, it's kind of really weird if you think about it. But Half-Life 1 has had console versions on the PS2.
I'm more than aware of that, and oddly enough, the PS2 version is, on paper, the best version out there. It had not a complete graphical overall, but it looked league better than the PC version original at the time. And even if you download the game today, there are still some things that the PS2 version just looks better at. And of course, there's the case of the orange box.
Yep.
You know, couldn't forget about that. Especially if you think about the PS3 version, you really couldn't forget about that.
Yeah.
But you know, Valve picked things up on the PS3, and the PS3 version of Portal 2 had like a lot of really great stuff. Even some levels that you cannot get in the PC version, because there was some accessory at the time which came with a voucher for these levels. Where on the PS3 it was just a matter of, you don't need it, you've got 6-axis.
You don't need to use your thumb. You don't need to use your thumbs.
Yeah.
Basically, with 6-axis is.
I did not like the 6-axis. I did not like it.
But the original Half-Life, I don't think that was part of the orange box.
No.
No.
So
It was just Half-Life
really,
2. I think episode 2.
It was
It's-
episode 2. We've
yeah.
established that in a very early episode.
Yeah, episode 2. Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead 2.
A lot of twos.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Portal.
I just find it really weird how, Valve has a whole legacy on the Half-Life games. It's the one thing that people. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the one thing people associate it with, because I guess, I guess technically speaking, Portal has more of a mainstream appeal, and I kind of feel like that is why they brought it to the Switch, because it feels more suitable for quick pick up and play kind of sessions, and Half-Life really does seem like one of those kinds of games where you really need to sit down and play it in a long session or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, not to downgrade Portals, Half-Life has better storytelling.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but Portal is more of a game.
Yeah.
And not
More
more
of a
story
puzzle
game.
game.
I
Yeah.
mean, for crying out
Puzzle
loud,
story, yeah.
as we've established before, it shares a universe with Half-Life. Like, if you're more into storytelling, you would probably just set it in your own universe.
Yeah. But until we actually get a full-on story continuation for Half-Life, it's just going to be speculation as to how Aperture relates to the world.
Yeah.
Fucking ball torture.
It's almost dead. See?
And it's dead.
Wait, you just think that if Valve, if they really need some more money, they would just, put out their games on more console. Like, I definitely see a Half-Life collection selling on PS5 or PS4 or Xbox One, Xbox Series, Switch. I kind of feel like it's kind of weird that Half-Life Alyx never made its way to the PSVR 2. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, they only sell it on their own platform, so they're the ones making the most money out of it. But PlayStation did do wonders for the rise of popularity in VR, even if the PSVR 2 isn't quite as popular as the PSVR 1. I mean, it makes sense from the context of it can only be bought on our marketplace, and if you're on PS5, you only have one option for VR, and on PC you've got you can use your original Vive, you can hook up a PSVR 2, you can get the Valve Index, Vive Pro, pretty much all the like MetaQuest devices, you can hook those up via a link cable. And all the like Windows mixed reality devices are available, so it makes sense. But still, like, come on, Valve, put it on the PS5. It can do it.
Hmm. You know the joke where during the PS3 and early PS5 era, where they say the PS3/5 has no games.
Yeah.
You know, people joke about the fact that PS3 and PS5 has no games, but they're wrong. They do have games. It's PSVR 2 that has no games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of something I feel is a damn shame, because I do have I wouldn't say a beefy collection of original PSVR titles, but I did have a handful, and I was shocked that only like 3 of them I was able to upgrade to a PS5 version. In the case of Beat Saber, it was just a free upgrade. Very good. Beat Games. In the case of Thumper, it was a €10 upgrade. And I couldn't even tell you what the third one is at this point. I'm glad that, the Resident Evil games are getting full-on VR support, but I don't really think that Resident Evil works that well in VR, especially Resident Evil 4. Remake or not, there's just a lot of like campy stuff that you cannot pull off in the
Yeah.
in the first person.
Yeah, like
Which is why a
eight,
lot of
7 and
which is
8
why
are
a lot
fine
of-
because they're first person. Also,
Yeah, and Resident Evil 4 remake, what it does a lot of the times, and the original 4 VR on the Quest lineup did this as well. Whenever a like thing would happen where uh, uh you know like you kick one of those enemies, or you know, opening a door, it would just straight up swap to the third person. And like, no decently designed VR game would do this. This is clearly just a thing out of limitations, because he just had to put it out there on VR. I do appreciate how he can throw knives in Resident Evil 4, however.
I do appreciate that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun. Just, you know, keep throwing knives at chicken. It's fun. I'm totally not a psychopath.
This sort of feels like another one of those like places where you have no idea where you're supposed to go.
you're supposed to basically get on top of one of the flying things and go to a warp spot that's on a platform. The problem is enemies constantly show up.
And fall damage exists.
Yeah. Luckily, this is the last obnoxious bit of Zen.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the next part is just going to be like the final boss and the credit scenes.
Oh no! I mean in terms of level, because this is about halfway through Zen.
Mm-hmm.
We still have a few more warp spots to go to before we actually reach Zen.
All right.
The final boss.
Also, gotta appreciate you just leaving that that scene in its entirety in, where you just, you know, wait for your energy to replenish.
I mean,
That was like the second time he's done it in this episode, so.
yeah.
It's
nice, and it's a nice, cool, refreshing dip.
Shame that you can't it's a shame you can't fast forward through the relaxation process.
No,
I mean, what even is it that you're taking a dip in? Because
I think it's
kinda-
healing goo. I think it's healing goo.
It came from Goo Lagoon, I guess.
No. It's the same. It's the same healing liquid that the Frieza Force uses.
yeah, I don't really trust anything in a liquid form. I'd rather have a pill.
Good news! It's a suppository. Since I opened the door to Futurama, I will always state this.
Aye.
My favorite Farnsworth line is Professor Lava.
Lava! Hot!
Because it's so, it's you hear the inflection in his voice, and it's like
The conviction, yeah.
affliction, yeah. Yeah, and more of this. Just more of this. Because we needed more
Sounds like Half-Life.
more rotating platforms.
Time to start surfing on them. Pass the time.
Just why this is so slow. And I hate the fact that you have to make the jump for some of these, even though you would take damage.
You know, if like the copyright thing, DMCA, wasn't a thing, and we'd be standing on these rotating like platforms, I would probably just put like
I swear to God.
Funky Town on.
Mhm.
No, honestly, I would put you spin me right round.
Yeah, that's kind of the more obvious the thing.
I mean, I feel like both of them at this point would be suitable because you've seen those videos, right? Where it's just something spinning in circles and it's playing Funky Town. Like I guess both of them are suitable.
This feels.
I
This feels like I feel like the
module can reach this. I think the long jump module can reach that, but yeah, I get to that other platform just to be on the safe side.
I feel like I'm like the Energizer. I feel like I'm the Energizer Bunny when it's out of batteries. Watching this, it keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
There's the exit.
Yeah, no, we just need to ride this thing. Or the
Very slowly.
Gotta
with
ride
enemies.
the alien manta ray.
Yeah.
The alien, the alien to ray. I don't know.
It's manta ray. It's a manta ray.
Well, it's a space manta ray, actually.
Oh boy,
Ooh,
does
a
this mean
space manta ray.
does this mean we're gonna go into 5D space? God damn it. I kept adding just because that was essentially Gordon tripping.
Like ah.
That one was me getting a little
Being
panicky.
impatient.
Yeah,
Wait, hang on. Gordon, tripping? Does that mean he's getting in Super Smash Bros. Brawl?
Don't even. Maybe in Project M, but no, Project M already happened. I don't know. Maybe in another ROM hack or something.
Yeah.
I mean, Gordon. Half-Life does have a lot of references in other games.
Yeah.
I mean, if it does, it's pretty subtle. It's not like Duke Nukem Forever, where the Duke will point to a Master Chief helmet and be like, "Hey, look at this!" Ha 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 ha.
I mean, to be fair, Duke Nukem Forever is stupidly written,
and it's supposed to be.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really have an opinion on the Duke Nukem games, but I do really want to play Forever one these days, just because I'm curious on how awful it actually is.
To be honest, I am too.
I mean, for crying out loud, your health bar is your ego bar.
It's a piece of shit.